So this past weekend, my friend showed me this movie called The Love Guru. So this past weekend, my friend showed me this movie called The Love Witch, which I'm going to be honest, we were both drinking, so I can't speak to the quality of the actual movie as a whole. But the thing I really want to talk about when it comes to this movie is it came out in 2016, but they really did so well at recreating the look and feel of 1960s and 1970s movies. Now, I've seen movies recreate this kind of feel, but there's always something that just feels too clean or too perfect. But honestly, this movie, from what I remember at least, it was one of the best recreations of that era that I've seen. From the graininess to the camera angles to the way it's edited to the really cheesy green screen when they're in a car to the outdated kind of cheesy corny acting style to the music to the makeup to the hairstyles. Everything about this movie, like if you were to show someone this movie without telling them that it came out in 2016, I can almost bet that they would not guess that this movie came out in 2016, or at least for a good portion of the movie. I will say there are a few times where it seemed a little too modern. They would say certain things that were a little bit too modern sounding. Like I think one time the main character says something about her intrusive thoughts, which I'm pretty sure that's more of a modern term. I don't know if people were saying that back in the 1960s and 70s. Maybe they were, but just that was one thing that kind of stood out to me. And then it did get a little bit too rated R for the 60s and 70s era. But overall, I really got to put this up there with like The Lighthouse and Late Night with the Devil that just came out here recently, for movies that do so great at capturing the feel of old-timey movies. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if they actually used a camera from that era to film this movie like The Lighthouse did. They used really old cameras to film Lighthouse to make it actually look old, and that's how this movie felt as well.